Portland Hearts of Pine had a fairy tale of an inaugural season.
They finished one game short of reaching the league championship and set home attendance records along the way. David Guildford sat down with head coach Bobby Murphy to look back on what his team accomplished and, as he put it, how people's lives were changed.
As you look back on the inaugural season, did it at all unfold the way that you expected it to?
I think there's a lot of different angles to that. I think, when you take these jobs in the USL, you hope that the support's going to be there. And I think one thing that was true is that this was a city in search of a team, a community in search of a team, where so many clubs in our league they put down a franchise and hope a community builds up around it. So I think I was really fortunate to walk into that. And I think that first night at the State Theater for the jersey reveal, it really hit that this was going to be something special. And then it just kept getting better and better, with the support, the games in Lewiston, the way the fans turned out at Fitzy. It surpassed, in that sense, it surpassed all expectations. On the field, I think, we did what we wanted to do. We wanted to solidify ourselves in the league, get in the playoffs, and then give ourselves a platform to move forward. So I think I give it an A+.
An A+?
An A+.
I remember early on, it might have been ahead of the first match, you laid out the amount of season tickets that were sold, how quickly they were sold, and you impressed that upon them.
This is 5 years in the making. Tonight is 5 years in the making. 90% of all available tickets to see you play at home this year are sold. 7,000 plus jerseys have been sold.
How did the level of support from fans influence how you coach this team?
I don't think it changes how I coach, because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But what it does do is it should, right, make you acutely aware of how lucky and how grateful you should be to be here, right? And to have people that, nobody cared what I was doing when I was 22, 23 years old. These guys have thousands and thousands of people who come to watch them play and live and die with every moment. And with that comes a responsibility. You have a responsibility to give everything for them. They're paying their hard-earned money. They're screaming, win or lose. You have a responsibility to give your best. And I think that was the message, right? Be grateful for the situation that you're in, and be humble that people care this much about you, and take on that responsibility and give them everything that they're giving you.
We saw a snippet of your post-game speech after the last playoff match.
What a magical thing you helped build and create that will only continue to flourish and grow because of you.
Did you have a chance, once you were back in Portland, to get everyone together and kind of debrief before everyone went on their own way?
No, not as a group. No, but in anticipation of that, not being able to do that, I talked to him the night before the game. And I let him know that regardless of what happened on Sunday night, this was Saturday night, that they had won. They had done things that not many people get to do. They were lucky that they got to not only plant the seeds, but sit under the tree for a little while and no idea how big that tree is going to get, but they got to do both. That they had inspired people. They had brought families back together. We get stories of, fathers and sons reuniting over the game or whatever it is. They changed lives, and not many people get to do that, especially doing what they love to do. So, I think that was the big message that, and that's what I tried to convey to him after the game was, as the pain of losing subsided and goes away, that what we had talked about the night before would kind of take hold.
So Bobby Murphy said he and his staff have already begun scouring the globe for players to add for next season, with a goal of giving Mainers home playoff matches next fall. The club has already announced at least 12 current players will return, including some top performers.